I want to credit Indiana State first and foremost. They changed defenses quite a bit tonight and had us a little bit confused. So we need to grow in that area and do a better job. And I know this team will, because they show up every day and they keep improving. So we'll get that figured out in case we get a chance to see them another game. But I thought we talked about getting 40 minutes of basketball against them after playing a good 20 at their place, and I thought we played a good 30. I thought that third quarter really hurt us. We never really got ourselves organized, and I didn't think we were really good defensively in the third quarter. But I love the fight of this team to come back and to put together the fourth quarter that they had and play it until the very last second. That was a big steal by Raven at the end, and they got us they got us to the point where we had a chance, and we just need to play a little bit better so I don't have to waste as many timeouts. So I have some more timeouts at the end of the game, but we'll get it figured out.
Leah, when you're down 15 with 6.5 to go, just what's going through your mind, and how are you able to turn that around a little bit?
Yeah, I got a little bit of a pep talk on the bench from Coach Duck, which those will fire you up. So I just went out there, and she told me to be the best leader I could, which is a total controllable, and that's what I focused on. And then from there, I think we started to gel a little bit. Not to take all the credit for that run, I'm certainly not, but I think just coming out with positivity and energy and knowing that we weren't out of it. So I think that's the main thing when we get into those positions, is that we just have to keep our head up and we have to keep the energy high and know that we can do it.
Mary, I'm going to preface this by saying, first of all, you haven't seen the film of the game, and second of all, your angle on this was probably not great, but they miss a three with like a minute to go or 40 seconds to go, and the ball's just kind of sitting there, and it looks like it's going to go out of bounds. Nobody grabs the ball. Indiana State runs over and grabs it. It's just how backbreaking of a play is that? And again, I'm not sure what your angle on what you saw, because it was not the best angle you would have had.
It's backbreaking. It was a good defensive possession. We got them to airball a three. We got to go secure the board. We can't let it go out of bounds. We got to go get that thing with two hands, and that's a play that we can watch and we can learn from. But I think if you get that and you get the opportunity to come down the floor and see if you can play in the broken floor before we use a timeout and have an opportunity to maybe tie it or get it to one. And the ball bounces that way sometimes, and we've got to learn from it and grow from it, and we will.
I want to ask about the Twins, because they were a big part of that run. They've been a big part of your success. Games like this, how much does that aid in their growth that they're going through here? Maybe a lot of people hitting a freshman wall, and they're pushing right through that, it appears.
Yeah, I think it's not just their growth, it's the growth of this team. This team is coming together. We talk at the beginning of the year about trying to become a team that becomes better than the sum of their parts, and we have some really good parts, but if we want to have a great year, we have to figure out how to be better than that. And I think we're finding players that are figuring out how to play together, and they're having fun playing on the court together, and they're flying around, and they're doing a great job, but I think collectively this team's just doing a great job. And we talked about this a couple weeks ago. It's easy to just be like, we're not winning, I'm done. The culture in the locker room turns negative and bad. This team's not like that. They are so much fun to come to work and coach every single day. I am so lucky, because sometimes by this time of the year, when you have a record like this, you're kind of over coaching them. I'm never over coaching this group. They're so much fun. And they really do. They frustrate me sometimes, as you could see today during the game, with some of our lack of execution and focus at times. But, they show up every day. They're going to show up tomorrow, and they're going to put this behind them, and we're going to get ready for Evansville. And they're going to go out, and they're going to try to play a full 40 minutes of basketball against Evansville. And it's fun to watch this group mature together. And I'm really excited about where we're going for this year and where this program's going in the future.
Lee, I want to ask about Layla. She had 4 blocks today.
Yeah.
There was one where you looked so excited when she had it. Just your thoughts on what she's showing there.
Oh man, I love Layla. I love all the freshmen. I think, like Coach Mary said, they bring a really good energy, and we have just a really overall good group this year. But Layla is so much fun to play with and to be on and off the court with. And she's a hard worker, and just seeing her success, she loves getting blocks. And like Coach Evans also just said, I don't know if the mic caught it, is I've been on the receiving end of a few of them. So we've been there. She's long. She's kind of sneaky long. But yeah, she's going to keep growing and keep maturing, and she's going to be a really special player for this program.
I'll end with this. for me anyway. The fans, especially the football team, that first quarter when they were like really, really into it, Leah, what was that like? I mean, you had, shake and bake move and they were going crazy. Just what's that like? It felt like a different kind of arc today.
Yeah, I mean, gosh, if we could get that kind of student section all the time, that would, that's like a total game changer. Like the energy, a lot of times we don't maybe have the turnouts we want, especially maybe in the student section department, but gosh, they were total game changers there in that first quarter. So big shout out to everyone who was there supporting tonight. That was a lot of fun to play, especially in that first quarter when we were kind of rolling there.
And Mary, just your thoughts on that and the alums coming back, what that meant to you in the program.
Yeah, it was great to see that group up top. Got a chance to say hi to them, and obviously to recognize that 03-04 team. I know some of them are going to come to practice tomorrow and hopefully have the opportunity to share some of their stories with our players about their time here and the successes that they had. I mean, that's obviously our goal and our mission here is to get back to that level. And sometimes it's hard to know whether it can happen, but they're going to be able to tell a story about when Valpo made that happen. And so it's going to be fun for them to hear that. And the student section was awesome. Thank you to the football guys and to Landon and to Luke to getting them out. And I mean, I was amped up. I had to sit down in the first quarter because I felt like I was down in the defensive stance on that one play at the end line. So it was awesome. It's a great environment. I think that helped spur on that run at the end with that energy and that excitement. And it would be great. And we're going to work hard to hopefully get them back out here. And hopefully they had a fun time and they'll want to spend Friday nights with us more often.